So, psychiatric anxiety training breakdown. I know I have done a video on what his tasks are, but I have not broke it down specifically how I trained it. I'm going to try to back up a little. So with Max, and again, we've had a long day. I don't know if he's really going to do much more than apply deep pressure therapy. But what I would start doing is I taught him 5, or high 5, which we used, leave it. Shh. We used the command paw, because I didn't, it was just something that I preferred to use. I just used paw, and if I want him to say paw, paw. Yes, thank you. Oops, I dropped the treat. If I want him to say hi to someone, I'll say hi, and then if, you know, sometimes like put your hand down, and I'll tell him paw, and I'll point at their hand, and he'll do it, and he'll give them a shake. But so yeah, I taught him paw, and so what I would start doing is I started teaching him paw. When he, after about 2 days, he was had caught on really well. He was doing it. So the next thing I did was I'd start scratching. Very good, thank you. Is I would start scratching, and I would tell him paw as I was scratching, and I'd have to stop. I would do it, and then kind of put my hand down. He'd paw into my hand, and that's how we started. Was I would scratch, tell him paw, and so I would scratch, paw, paw, like this, and well, my hand was open, so I was Max paw, like kind of like that, and getting him used to the motion. And so he would paw into my hand because that's where he was used to pawing. And eventually it got to the point where I no longer had to do that, and I was just able to start scratching because he was associating pawing with that move because I was asking him for it. He was used to targeting my hand. I moved the target to my arm instead of my hand. And so he got used to, when I scratch, he knows. You see that? He pushes. Thank you. Thank you. He completely pushes. He's a good boy. Right there. So. See it? He's trying. This is not how he normally does it. Why don't you get up, you lazy bud? Get your butt up. Get your butt up. He was being so good. Silly. And so, that was because I scratch. That's one of my anxiety tics is I scratch. So that's how I kind of taught that. So again, I would start with teaching him the command paw, integrating the target from my hand to my arm while I was doing the action. And eventually, after I guess about 3 days of that, 3-4 days, I didn't have to put my hand down. I'd start scratching and he would automatically go for it. And then within a week he was completely solid on it, and now he is way better about it, way more persistent. You can see he's putting his arm on me like, stop, I've got mosquitoes are biting me. And so that was the same concept with my leg shaking. I'll try and show y'all that. I started shaking my leg. It was the same concept. I actually think I did the leg shake before I taught him the scratching. I taught him the shaking leg. Come on. Good. And so what I would do is I'd start shaking, and I'm talking crazy. I'm getting focused on the treat so he doesn't do it. Crazy shaking. That was very obvious, very over dramatized. So that, and I would put my hand down and say, paw, like this. And so he was able to target my hand as my leg was shaking. So it's the same concept. As soon as good. Off. Off. Wait. Yes. So now he will put his entire weight on it. Off. Wait. And he'll hold it as long as I need him to. And he'll push. Good boy. Sorry, I can't really do it too well. The moving my leg and shaking it like that is actually really hurting me. So it's the same concept as the scratching. My hand, Max, right here. You're in the way. You're in the way. Sit. So it's the same concept. Shake with my hand and on the leg. And so my leg's shaking, my hand's on it. I'm saying paw. So he's targeting my hand because that's what he was used to doing. And then same concept. I did it. Clickers, treats, lots of love. And he associated every time my leg shook to paw. And so again, it took about the same time frame with the scratching. After a few days, I didn't have to use my hand as a target anymore, and he was reliably pawing my leg. Now, obviously, since then, he was just doing a paw. Since then, if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm doing it, and I'm actually in a chair, which I'm trying to see if there's a chair I can grab real quick to show y'all, he'll actually lay his leg on me, and or his head on my leg and apply more pressure. Sorry, bud. Oh, don't fall off. You goof. Ooh. Again, I was not putting pressure on him there. Just trying not to fall over. Sit. Let me see if I can show y'all. So his paw's on there. Off. I want him to apply more pressure. There he goes. Alright, sit. Come over here. Let's see if we can get a side angle. Sit. Wait. So he applies more pressure. He's putting as much weight, and then he'll put his head like that, and he'll even hold his head down. He's putting as much weight as possible on my leg, trying to let me know what he wants. And he started kind of shaping his head thing by himself. So what I would do, as y'all just saw, is when because he started showing interest in putting his head on my leg as well, I would pull his head down with a treat. He can't get the treat, but he smells it. I'd click and give him the treat. And so since he showed me that he could do it, and I never thought of it. So, focus. Pull the treat down where his head is. Atch. Back over here. All the way. Okay, sit. Where his head is, he's applying leg pressure. Treat. We'll click and treat. And so he, like I said, he showed interest, and he laid his head on my leg one day while we were training, and I was like, hey, we'll use that as well. And so it's just applying more pressure, and then I'm more aware that his head is sitting there jostling around, but he will use both legs. So hyperventilating is hyperventilating is the other one. Wait. Now, deep pressure therapy is also corresponds with all of this, but these are my tics, the things that I do. So what I would do is I'd start crying. This is the last one we worked on. We went from the leg to the leg shaking to the scratching to the hyperventilating. And at that point, he was a pro with using his paw. He had gathered very quickly that, you know, I was training him with that. And it was something, but at this point, he was very good about it. I'd start crying, and I'd say, paw. And he'd immediately slap and put his paw on me. And so eventually it got to the point where, yes! Oops, I dropped one. So it got to the point, off, where, Oh God, I'm not going for it. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it. It got to the point where he started, it was just a paw, but again, the more he's trained, the better and the more persistent he has gotten about things. So again, yes. So he taps me with his nose and kind of butts me with his nose and his head. Very good. Sit. Wait. So, he was, started licking my hand, and he's holding my hand down with his paw. So, he got to the point where he'd start tapping me, and then got to the point, because when I hyperventilate, I grab my head, I start hyperventilating, I start rocking back and forth, which I'm not going to show you the rocking right now, because that's really going to hurt me. But, so he's gotten to the point where, he'll use his paw to pull my arms, my hands down from away from my face. Leave it. Right here. That's it. So again, our overview over here. Over here. That's it. Wait. Wait. Yes. That's my scratching. And all of these go off the same concept. Very good. Take focus. He's got his paw on, but he's not adding as much resistance as I'd like. There we go, yes. So whenever he doesn't apply as much response as I'd like, I correct him and add more. Focus. Very good. Good job. Very good. So guys, I hope that kind of helps y'all with our psychiatric training. Yeah, psychiatric anxiety training breakdown. I hope that kind of helps y'all go about training that, and maybe you'll be able to train your own dogs. Those of you who have service dogs or have service dogs in training, maybe that'll help. I've broke it down and explained it to a lot of people in the past, and they all said that it helped them train their dogs. I honestly cannot tell you how many people I have messaged, or have messaged me, or I've commented on in posts, and then they've turned around and told me that it worked and that it helped them so much. So this video has been long overdue, because the video has helped so many people. So from now on, I can just take the link and message it to everyone. That way they can just watch the video instead of me spending 20 minutes typing it. So, alright guys, I hope that this helped you out, and I hope y'all enjoyed the videos. And let me pick this up. Sorry for my grunting and my pain. I'm in a lot of pain right now. But hey, that's what happens when you got into a car wreck and your car got totaled. So because they totaled our car out, she completely messed up the entire framing on the back end of the car. But hey. Alright guys, we will see y'all next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.